So single arm cleans are something where clients struggle and they hit their wrists a lot. And what we need is an assist. So really just coach them. If they're not doing a clean without smacking their wrist and getting underneath that, then they should be assisting it so it's not smacking their wrist. So they can practice this. So here, pushing through the floor, catching it, and you're getting your elbow underneath there really quick, right? What I see is people are doing this like high pull, but with a kettlebell, it's not a barbell, right? You keep the elbow close and you get underneath to catch it. So
it's supposed to more like rotate around instead of
when we're teaching it, yep, this arm is going to go around and assist so that it wraps around the arm. And then move your watch on the other side, get underneath it. Okay? So that is different than a double arm clean, right? Where you just push to the floor and the hands just move down to the bottom of the kettlebell. And snatches too, the same thing. With a kettlebell snatch, I like a swing snatch, so I start in that swing position, and it's still a pull back, and they're pushing through the ceiling. So nothing here is smacking my wrist because my hand is getting under that bell and pushing up.
Oh.
Yeah, so do the assist, So here, and catch. Arm wraps around. And the elbow is not high, it's together, close.
Catching on the wrong side.
If you need to break it down into parts, you're gonna come from here, you pull back with your elbow, and then as it kind of floats in the air, that's when you punch up.
Yeah.
So it's like back and then up.
There you go. Remember, it's hips. It's all about your hip drive. And using their back. A lot of people are feeling this in their shoulders again because they're not using those lats in the back for that pull. And then when we do kettlebell snatches, a lot of people prefer dumbbell snatches because it's less technical, I guess. But a way to practice the snatch is just to do like a swing snatch, but it's the first pull, right? So the elbow is coming back. If you notice here, my elbow is pulling back. It's not going high, and then you get underneath it.
Yep.
And you swing it. Wait, how did you go down? Will you go down on that again?
So same way down, right? So you're going all the way up, and then as my lever comes down, I swing back and go down. My hips go down with my arm, so my arm isn't trying to muscle down that weight.
Are you coming more straight down?
It's the same way. So up, and then my elbow goes back.
Okay.
Keeps it close to the body, right? And that was getting a second workout in.
Yeah. Cleaning the rack is also a second workout, I learned.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Warm up for that next time.
Anything else on that? Any questions about that? Do you know the difference between a snatch with a dumbbell?
Not necessarily, no?
So this is one you can play around with too, because with dumbbells you don't have to keep a bar cap, right? Like you don't have a bar that restrict you. So you can clean this way, right? You can clean this way, but that's more shoulder stuff, and I don't love it. So I always do under, catch it the same way I do kettlebell. And then a snatch would be the same thing, right? So you're coming all the way up. First pull. Yeah, some people do it this way, but I don't necessarily want to do that for my shoulder health. So. Because you'll notice that will get people's shoulders.
Yeah.
Because it's the same way that you would snatch a bar, which I haven't snatched a bar in years, so. Like,
I was gonna say, we'll get it on, baby.
It's like I haven't snatched in years, let's go 75.
anything else on that?
We rush into things all the time. I haven't trail run in 2 years. I decided to do 8 miles yesterday.
And you can do double cleans with the dumbbells too,
Not
right?
anything. I
Where
can't
you
do
can catch
anything.
them. Double cleans?
Yeah.
But we don't do double snatches.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Other than that, let's look. Swings, kettlebell swings, which you should have gone over in kettlebell training once that gets to the kettlebell training. But remember, always staying in that training position. Load up the hamstrings. That's where you're going to see a lot of energy expenditure, right? Like, or they're doing squatty ones instead, right? Make sure they get above the knees with that kettlebell. Push to the floor. Some people will feel back pain because they're either not bracing enough, they're not using the right muscles. I felt these in my back for years, until I got my technique down. Like Sean Dougherty used to feel it in his back. We broke it down and used bands, all sorts of stuff until he could actually, now he's doing like 53 pounds or something crazy, but.
Yeah.
So watch the kettlebell training because she goes into more specifics on that.
Okay.
Other than that, let me look. I just want to make sure you guys know that the burnouts are only when they're on the program sheet. It says burnouts. We used to do burnouts every day, but now we're only doing it on our days that say burnout. The 12-minute stations basically is the one that we don't do burnouts on.
So our max, like, either upper or lower days, we don't do much.
Because we want to get enough volume in, have enough time to get the volume in for adaptation. So
Do you have the burnouts usually written in the programming?
burnouts are done by the coach.
The coach just chooses a fun
Dealer's
burnout.
choice.
Something to go along with that, you know.
Dealer's choice.
It could be that muscle
Yeah,
group,
dealer's
it could be a fun activity, it could be a cardio, more cardiovascular training, right? Like we don't do, metcons are great, a little bit of metabolic conditioning. Do a little 2 to 4 minute burnout. So.
I'm good at Metcon.
I believe it. I went through it, but I'll do it.
Oh, yes, you will.
Okay, other than that, I think that was it. Is there anything, any feedback or any?
I
We didn't
just want
start
to keep
with
working on
wins.
kettlebells.
We usually start these with wins, but we're kind of in a hustle today.
Do you want this
so.
still going?